This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Give you the raw content that you deservedly need. Joined by Coach Joe. How you doing, Coach Joe?
Hey, what's happening, DJ? How you doing, my brother?
Doing well. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now it's working. Man, it's been a blessed day today. Enjoying this day off. Shout out to everybody in the family. Shout out to Taufik. He says, "What's up, family? Let's smack that like button." Absolutely. Shout out to Noel Francis. That's great news, family. New Media Nation United. You already know what it is. All right, we'll ignore that. So we're gonna get to that. Information out there is that the recovery time is 4 weeks. In my opinion, I believe that even if LaMelo recovers, I think offseason to get his build up would be great for him. And you never know, something different can happen. Changes can happen with the Hornets. I don't want LaMelo to come back until everything is rectified. So, Coach Joe, what do you think about the statements I just stated about LaMelo's injury and the recovery and et cetera?
You know, DJ, I'm of a couple different minds about this. I've been thinking about it since I heard the news that the surgery went well and the prognosis is perhaps changing. So I'm happy, really happy that obviously that everything went well and that he's recovering. Now it's just about him, his body just doing what his body does. So I want to see Melo play. I'm not gonna mince words about that. I think he needs to play for his development as well, and for this if he can play, if he can physically play, if he's 100% healed, then I think he should play. If he's 90% healed, then I don't think he should play. That's the fan in me. But then there's the other part of me that also the coach in me that says, and the father in me that says, no, this is he should use his time wisely to see what the landscape looks like to get fully healthy. And I also think this should be a wait and see type of thing as well, because they could be anywhere. If they are nowhere near, but they so far out of the playoff picture by the time he's 100% ready to go, I think it would be silly for him to come back.
Right.
See, so I think that has something to do with it as well. So, it's just a lot of variables here. And I don't think there's just one answer, I feel.
I agree with you, Coach Joe. The fan of me and the fan of all of us, we want LaMelo Ball to play. But I like that you pointed out where the team is at. Now, if LaMelo's at 100% and the team is like at a 5th seed, 6th seed, a respectable seed, right?
Yes.
Not an 8th seed when you know they're going to, I'm going to keep it real, get blasted by the Nets.
Facts.
Then I think that'll be cool. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. I can't go around and say what I would do. But just put the question out there just to engage in the conversation. LaMelo Ball, this is the most highest blessing to him. Experts were saying 12 to 16 weeks. and everything else. Shout out to Moneybags Lawson. He said he needs to sit his ass down. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
I heard something good today. I heard someone say they DM me, and we talked about this discussion. They were telling me have LaMelo sit until new coaching, new players are surrounded by him. I thought that was interesting.
I mean, like I said, I think there are a lot of thoughts and ideas, and the beautiful thing is options. I mean, look at because of how well LaMelo played, because of how exceptional he was and he is. Look at all these options that he has now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is quite a different place than he was in not so very long ago. So you know, I'm a big believer, a huge believer, family, in the idea of the universe, the Most High, is in charge here, and that everybody's on their own table. Some players are really fast healers. Really fast healers. Melo could be one of them. You know, he may be back way before then. He may be not a fast healer. It may be after the 4 weeks. I don't know, and none of us do. And I think that plays a huge part in it. You know what I mean? I heard when he had that foot problem or leg problem in Australia,
right?
That it wasn't nearly as bad as as many thought it was. You know, they were just really taking precautions with it. You know, just making sure. You see what I'm saying? So I know that they think like that. So they could be doing what their mindset could be what you said, DJ. You know, hey, shut this thing down, man. These dudes have been disrespectful and in every way and don't deserve it, really.
Yeah, that's a good point. The legend CJ says hopefully Melo comes back for the playoffs like MJ did after breaking his foot. That's when it gets the fan of me. The fan of me and the common sense version of me. Common sense, if this was my son, if this was my, just if I was his manager or something, of course, the common sense approach would be shut it down. But the fan of me, man, that would be dope. LaMelo's first playoff game. That's why it's hard. It gets people torn up because LaMelo's first playoff game would mean so much, not only to the family, but he'll be the first. Because I don't think the Pelicans are going to make the playoffs unless Zoe gets traded. But he could be his first year to go to the playoffs out of that family, which is a great achievement.
Wait a minute, that family out of thousands and thousands and thousands of players. Shoot.
Right on.
That's a rare feat.
Mm-hmm. Moneybags Lawson said Terry said him and Miles were with him all day yesterday. Real ones. And I'm not surprised, Coach, because those are the players that spoke out about the bad zone defense. The offensive sets where everybody was just being quiet as church mouse.
That's right.
Being comfortable, like Devontae Graham. No offense, but he was comfortable.
Oh, no, he was. Ain't no doubt. We just telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Just shame the devil, baby.
Selwyn says it's best to fully heal. No one's wrong. That's the crazy part. No one's wrong with saying this. If LaMelo's 100%, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, man, I'm going to play. That's just who he is. Court Vision said they better.
Hey, DJ, we know how he is. He said his mom and daddy raised a killer. So I'm with Melo. I'm a Melo-holic and I'm following Melo. And so when Melo ready to get down, I'm ready for him to get down.
Right on.
And I think he just got a little taste of this thing. I think he can't wait to get back out there.
I agree. LaMelo just loves basketball, man. In his mind, he thinks he's coming. In his mind, even if they tell him no, he's gonna make an effort to come back.
No, facts.
Real since day one says Nets, Bucks, 76ers will kill Charlotte if they end up anything lower than 5. No point to have them coming back. That's why I'm saying scenarios. If it's the 8 seed, you don't want them back against the Nets.
Or well, you know what? Look. Let's be honest. Come on, we ain't gonna really have no real conversation about these misfits of characters here. Okay, off the boat of the children of the misfit boat. Come on, really about winning nothing? They ain't gonna win nothing. Okay, this is just to have an experience.
Right.
That's all this is for. Whoever whooped their ass like they stole a ham out of Ralph's, it's okay. Whatever. They just there to show up to get their ass beat. That's a beautiful thing. Imagine if Melo scored 40. He averaged 40 against the Nets. Kevin Durant and them. Oh, how juicy would that be? No matter how bad they get their ass beat.
Right. Shanika Ryan says, y'all know when the doctor give LaMelo the green light to return, he's going to do it with no hesitation. Yeah, that's exactly what Coach was saying.
That's exactly right. Yeah, he gonna be so ready to go, and to see these dudes doing what Ant doing and these other one and Halliburton and them doing, you can believe he can't wait to get back out there.
Mm-hmm. Louis says there's medical devices to heal bones faster.
All righty, that's what I'm talking about. 21st century. Don't look, and if they ain't got it, they got 3D machines. They can make one. They can make anything in this world today that's mechanical. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
Leon Black, he says, great show again today, man. Back to back to back. We doing it.
Thank you, Leon.
It's a blessing.
Yes, it is. I mean, look at all this great news we got today. Boy, that's a beautiful thing, huh?
Yes, it is, man. I'm just waiting for them to call their trade for Lonzo.
Oh, yeah, you know it's coming. You know, this thing with Lonzo is so interesting. And the guys, I mean, when you think about it, no matter how Lonzo falls, he always seemed to land on his damn feet. He got a damn cat, ain't he? Man, he a damn cat. Man. I swear he is, man. And he's finicky like one too. He kind of looked like a cat. I mean, but you see, he always land on his feet, man. I swear. I mean, he is the most sought after nigga right now out there. I'm keeping it real. They love Lonzo. It's about 9 teams want him. This guy who everybody told us ain't no good. Ain't worth nothing. Can't do this. Can't do that. And now they lining up to get him. They sitting him, not letting him play. I never would have thought I'd seen this day come. Where they do that to him.
Coach.
Sit him and don't let him play. Yeah.
Well, I would love for you to respond to this. Don KJB says basketball ain't going nowhere. Joints are tricky. Proceed with caution. Think about 15 years. Next 15 years.
Well, it's not about that. It's we on a I understand that, yes, and on a regular trajectory that might be true, but we on a supernatural trajectory right now with Melo. So all ideas about what is possible and what can be everything is on the table now. I mean, this dude is doing stuff that hasn't been done in 60 years. Do you guys understand what that means?
Talk to him, Coach.
You know,
So
this ain't nothing new. I mean, this. I mean, something old. This is new. I'm sorry, DJ. Go ahead.
no problem. Someone says, I'm still new media, even though basketball for me won't be exciting anymore. No LaMelo. Well, I can't rule out LaMelo. And shoot, he could come back in 4 weeks. I'm not
Facts.
ruling out anything.
Not at
Never
all.
count out LaMelo Ball. You know what it is, Coach.
That's right. Because the mind is a powerful thing. Family, don't get it twisted. Don't let them tell you otherwise either.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to Casanova. What's good, my brother? He said, "Speak facts, new media." Thank you,
Yes,
bro.
yes, you can. You can. I've seen with my own eyes and have had this experience in my own life where you can hasten your own health. You can heal yourself, family. Don't think that you can't. You know, your mind is a powerful engine. So it's a powerful machine.
And let's start speaking things to existence because you already know LaMelo's doing it. So as a
Fact.
fan, believe that LaMelo's coming back.
Fact.
Leon Black said, "Coach, do you feel like there's more going on than they're telling us? If so, what you think, Coach?"
I think they always, trying to, control the narrative, and Melo clearly can't be controlled that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because of who he is and who's riding with him, that we get a pretty good sense of what's going on, pretty quickly. And Melo is not shy at all about letting us know himself what's happening. See, that's one thing I love about Melo. You know, he getting in press conferences. If you really listen to what he's saying, he be in there telling the stuff. He be in there telling the tea, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't like it.
Ismaili Ali says, Twitter doc said he would be ready in 6 weeks. I'm out here trying to check my calendar, Coach.
I see. That's about May, second week of May.
Yep. But you never know. You never know if he may come back at the 4-week mark. You never know with these things, man.
Look. This has to do with him just healing, family.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this has to do with. This doesn't have to do with them having to go back in and everything else. If it stays on the track it is now, it's just about his healing. Okay, and we all know that people heal at their own rate. Some people are fast healers. And the way that LaMelo grows, ain't no telling how he could, like I said, he could be back out there in 3 weeks. See? Y'all don't, I watch LeBron, and for those that watch LeBron and have been watching LeBron, you see LeBron goes through a season with a lot of stuff that keeps a lot of players out, and he just get back up. I watched that with Kobe for years, playing with stuff that all kind of most players would, and they out there putting in work. Why? Because they're different. So Melo's one of them. Because if you notice, LeBron and LaMelo did the same thing after their injury. Kept playing.
So amazing, Coach. Just the heart that this kid has, man. Like, this is the type of player that you want in your foxhole, man. Like when the going gets tough. LaMelo Ball was in pain in the sidelines. It kept playing with his left hand. He's not left-handed, but he did it anyway because he wanted to win.
DJ, you'll love this. Family, my youngest is she's in the 3rd grade. Said to me, she saw a picture of. She said she wanted to see I was looking at something and reading an article and had a picture of Melo wincing at his with his wrist or smiling or whatever. And she looked at the picture. She said, "Daddy, why is LaMelo smiling if he broke his wrist?" I just started laughing. How kids see things. They just see it the way it is. I said, because she caught him in one of them moments. He loves this game. Even when he was out there struggling, he was still loving it. You could tell those that know what they're looking at.
That's
Same
powerful,
with LeBron.
Coach.
Same with LeBron. When LeBron got ready to walk off the floor, what'd you see? He's slamming the chair. He mad. He don't want to get off the floor. Everybody talking about LeBron needs to slow his minutes. We need to watch his minutes. LeBron, will y'all shut up with the minutes? I mean, who y'all think y'all talking about? Haven't I already proven that I'm not like a regular player? Who y'all keep comparing me to? So chill. If I have a problem, I need more time. I know how to ask for it. Stop trying to look for stuff and make stuff up that's not real.
Mustafa says, "Oh, sorry, Coach."
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Mustafa says he's played 50% of the season. That's enough for Rookie of the Year unless Ant-Man averages 20 the rest of the season.
Not according to Shannon Sharp, who is the resident buffoon on the subject. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, resident expert on the subject, who says that Melo cannot play half the season because it was like I think he said Tiny Tim and Pee Wee Herman. I'm not sure who he said, but he gave some obscure thing that Skip had to chime in and say, nobody knows who that is and who won, and nobody's thinking about that. So that was kind of an irrelevant comment you made there with that big old head.
Coach Joe, you know what's really sad?
Yeah.
Skip Bayless made more sense in that topic than Shannon Sharp, who's a brother.
Well, I've already put Shannon in his little place, so he can just. That's why he's mad. You see, he couldn't. See, this is how you know somebody is full of crap, family. When you're watching these shines. If you watch that one with Shannon is cooning about LaMelo and whether or not he should be hailing all hail to the king on that crap that he was talking. If you watch, he kept trying to interject. He kept trying to just interrupt Skip. When Skip was going, just kept just yep. Like, dude, y'all have segments. You had your time. Skip didn't interrupt you. Give him his time. But he felt bad, see, because he know that he's making a clown of himself, but he can't help it. See, he can't help it.
Shannon Sharp has really became a minstrel show. I ain't want to go there, but I have to. I got to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
So the jig is up. Taufik says, as much as we can disrespect Hayward, he's important to the team as LaMelo. Remember, 12.4 PIE, in which him and Melo are tied, but consistency is where Melo has the advantage. Well, I've already said that LaMelo's the best player on the team. I know I've been getting some pushback from the undercover LaMelo haters or the interns that be creeping up on this channel, but the impact LaMelo does on and off the field, court, this ain't football, on and off the court is remarkable, man.
No, you're absolutely right, DJ. It's unheard of.
Coach, when you have someone that breaks records going all the way back to Oscar Robertson, you that dude.
Wait a minute, when you're 19 years old.
Doing it.
When you're 19 years old. See, this is a thing that they just want to gloss over. When you're 19 years old and everyone is betting against you, then when you do it It shows how great you are because of what you had to overcome.
Boy, you preaching today, Coach, to the max. I got to address this. Dime KJB says, I'm telling Melo to think about the 15 years, not the next 15 minutes. Hope he listens to doctors and not feelings. Well, if LaMelo's 100%, he's going to want to play, and he has every right to play. If LaMelo plays at 100%, no one should be criticizing that move. That's his life. He loves basketball. And if he feels like he can help his team, that's his decision.
But DJ, but also as aside from you hitting that thing so hard on the head it ain't even funny. But the most obvious point of all of this is that's his job. What are you talking about?
Talk to him.
What is anybody talking about? This is his job. Okay, many of y'all have jobs. This is his job. If he's cleared to play and the season is still going, he has to do his damn job and go to work. What are we talking about? That's what this is. It's his job. Just so happens that we like it and we watching it and talking about it and getting enjoyment out of it. But it's still his job. He's getting paid for it. We aren't. So he needs to do his damn job. If he's the same way LeBron said when they asked LeBron about this, all this old about the weight man. What is it? What is it? That thing they was calling that Kawhi was doing load management. Right. LeBron was like, "Look, if I'm healthy to play, I'm playing." That's how Melo is. So I'm with that.
And Don KJB, I pretty much said if LaMelo decides to not play when he's 100%, that's his choice. And the positive would be he would get ready even better the next coming season because they didn't have an off season because of COVID and the pandemic. But what I'm saying is I'm just correcting what you're saying about if he plays, that's a bad decision because you got to think about 15 minutes. I like to give this example. If I'm injured, if I come back 100%, you think I'm just going to wait till next year or the end of the year to come back? No, I'm gonna come back when I'm fully healthy.
As a matter of fact, one of the things that I enjoyed, DJ, about The Last Dance, that documentary, The Last Dance, is that when Jordan was speaking about coming back when he was coming off of his injury, and the Bulls were not very good. They were the AFC. They were playing the Boston Celtics, and he said there was talk in the ownership group, the general manager and the ownership group, that he should not come back and play. And he said that he was just adamant about no, it's not. We're not doing that. I'm coming back. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. I'm coming back. And they were like, giving him the logic and the reason, Mike, it's not really. And Reinsdorf, the owner to this day, still believes that same thing that Jordan, even though he went on and scored that historic 63 points, he still to this day says that was not a wise choice because Michael could have got hurt or something along those lines. But Michael was adamant. No, if I can play, I'm going to play. That's what the great ones do. Magic was the same way. Isaiah was the same way. Larry was the same way. Kobe was the same way. Great ones are like that. That's how they are. That's why they're great.
Man, you made a great point, Coach, because can you imagine if Michael Jordan, even though they lost to the I believe the 86 Celtics, correct? One of the best teams of all time.
Facts.
And he scored 60 on Bird and them.
63.
63. That's something that's talked about for years. in a
Facts. It's a part of the
loss.
facts. Facts. Facts.
Can you imagine if MJ didn't play that game?
Well, see, that was a prelude to what was coming.
Right.
See, that's what that was. That was a prelude to what was coming.
See, for those who know me, I'm very spiritual, and I believe that the Most High guides us through stuff. So LaMelo coming back, if that happens for sure, it's meant to be by the Most High.
See, DJ, one of the things that I do in family, one of the things that I do that helps me see in the moment sometimes, or helps me have some clarity about things that I don't really have all the information about, or I can't possibly have, I'm not there to witness it myself. Barriers from sometimes seeing the truth is I keep my agenda out of it, and I just look at what information is presented.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High will show me how to make sense of it, of what I have, of what's being presented, to see it more fully. See, so I always look at when players availability. That's a part of greatness. There's only been a few players that have come along in professional sports who were there for a very short time, but in that short time, their greatness shines so bright, their lights shone so bright that people still talk about it today. But most of the great players that we speak about in whatever sport that we talk about, one of the features of their greatness is their longevity and their ability to be available. And that's one of the reasons why LeBron said when he tweeted when he got hurt that he's just so hurt that he's not available to his teammates. Because he prides himself on that. All the great ones do.
Facts, coach. And Taufik says, also DJ and coach, I heard a trade rumor that the Charlotte Hornets want to trade for Montrezl Harrell from the Lakers. Any thoughts on the trade? They really just need a big man, not a power forward. I mean, if they get him and a big man, a 5-man, yes. But the Charlotte Hornets need a lot of things. I don't think people realize their roster makeup.
See, I don't think they really, that people are looking at it with clear enough eyes, because like this win yesterday. I mean, this we have seen this. This is a repeat of past performances. So this is not new. What we saw yesterday out of Gordon and out of Terry, it's not new. Not new to their careers, not new to their book of the NBA. So, and it never has produced anything other than a highlight or two. And that's what we're trying to share with you, to with your family here at New Media, is that what's really going on here and what's not. What appears to be going on, but it's not really. That's not really going on. But what really is going on? See. I am upset with Stephen A. Smith for so vociferously putting Damian Lillard out there like the way he has, and talk about how Damian is not being looked at and not being respected because he's a clutch shooter and yeah. All that stuff is documented. Nobody can take what Damian has done and what he has contributed and what he has how he has performed on the court. Nobody can take that away from him. But none of that has resulted in a championship. And that's how we measure greatness in sport. Do your performances, your greatness, does it lead to a championship, which then puts you in rarefied air to then for your game to then be talked about amongst the greats? Not you get to be talked about amongst the greats and you don't do that. Because the NBA has a history of players scoring a lot of points. That's not new. When I was growing up, I saw a lot of guys who could score. World B. Free, one of the greatest scorers in the NBA history. Alex English, one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. See, so that's why I did that, because he took that situation with Damian, and tried to make it some type of race thing that people weren't really talking about Damian and respecting him in the same light because he was dark skinned. Well, no, he hasn't won anything. His greatness hasn't propelled Portland to anything other than heartbreak. Win, and then we talk about you. When you've been in the league for more than a year or two. That's my point. And I pass, DJ.
Excellent. Boy. That's what we do in new media. Breaking the game down. On the court, off the court. That's what the mind is for. To think beyond your horizons. And that's what we do on our show. Matla says, let's not be too melodramatic. It's a wrist injury, not a knee, not a back, not a hip. He can't do much to ruin his future if he comes back too early.
Facts.
Boy, that's the comment of the day, Coach.
Facts. That's right. He's absolutely right.
Did you see LaMelo's IG live?
Today? I don't think so. I don't think I saw it yet.
I saw it, man. And you couldn't even tell if this dude had a surgery or not. Just upbeat,
really?
Laughing, talking with people.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check it out.
You know what you could do, Coach? When you go on YouTube, put LaMelo Ball Instagram Live. And come up. Yeah, and put today. So it shows today's date. That's what I did.
Thank you. Yeah, he's special, man. He's special, and the universe seems to support the special ones. Not maybe not, not they don't all get to be supported forever, because some of the young ones, they flame out young, but some of them we get, many of them we get a chance to see them go through their progression, and it's a beautiful thing.
So true. Just the kid just radiates energy, man. How do you not want to play with a player like that? And Casanova said, what do you think about all these Rozier, Malik, Biz package deal rumors? Well, I believe that if they get a legitimate 5-man to pair with LaMelo when he comes back, I can see it being a good deal. But if it's a player that's just okay and he doesn't really provide a need, then I'll have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I haven't said anything too much since tonight that I found out. We talked about LaMelo being traded. I haven't said anything today about this organization, but I'm very concerned about this organization. Very concerned. However, Melo's injury to me is going to prove to be a blessing in more ways than one. I'm gonna sit and watch.
Oh boy, a game within a game.
Yeah.
Malice says if it was a knee back injury, there would be legit concern about LaMelo rushing back soon. This was just a wrist injury. I'm glad you said that, Matlis X, because now people can just chill out and LaMelo comes back and they start saying LaMelo came back too early. He should have just sat out the season.
You're right.
And Coach Joe, I may be wrong, but don't they have like protective wrist stuff for your, like if you're a basketball player?
Facts, but it's a shooting hand. That's the problem. You put a wrist guard on. You put a wrist guard on your shooting hand. It's hard for you to shoot. All they can do is take willing. Because you got to be able to, pop that thing.
Right on.
You got to be able to pop that thing. I'm tripping off of Philly, man. How Embiid been out and they've been still winning.
Culture.
Yep.
Shout out to Doc Rivers.
Doc. Saying. That's when you got somebody to come in who really carries love in their heart for their people. It radiates.
It does. Louis says LaMelo is used to playing with broken bones. He played at Spire with a broken finger. Let's not forget that.
Facts. That's true. Jello with the ankle stuff. The only one that don't seem to be able to play too much with his stuff is Zoe, huh?
No, I got to be honest. He's sitting out.
I mean, his history, when he's had his things, he's pretty much sat out, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Okay. Like Melo, he has a history of playing with a broken finger. Jello has a history of playing with a messed up ankle. So I don't think we have any of that with Zoe.
Rave Kingdom says, I want LaMelo to be Rookie of the Year. We all do. But even if they don't give him Rookie of the Year, that really doesn't mean that's become a political award. It's like the MVP. There were so many years LeBron should have won an MVP and didn't win it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, DJ, as well. And I've been this way pretty much from the very beginning. I've never put a whole lot of emphasis on the Rookie of the Year, to be honest. What I wanted more than that is for Melo to come and show who he is. Because to me, whether he got that political award or not, I don't give two flying pigs about. All I really care about is that Melo gets a chance to show us who he is, impact the NBA. Because if he does that, that means he, like Carmelo Anthony said, we're going to be talking about Melo for a long time. And that's
right on. Coach Joe, LaMelo has done so much this season where if he doesn't even win a Rookie of the Year, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not even going to even trip about it because he's done something beyond this season. He put a lot of he put the whole NBA in notice of the stuff he could do on the court. And this is him not even having a high usage rate.
Facts.
And everybody wants the ball, and you already know Gordon Hayward wants to be point forward. And you know what's funny about Gordon Hayward, Coach? Gordon Hayward shares the ball more when LaMelo's not playing.
Sure, because LaMelo doesn't threaten him in that. Nobody else threatens him in that way. He can't do what he can't do what Terry does. He can't do what Devontae does. He can't do what Monk does. Who else is there?
Yvonne T said growth spurn simulator. Heel fractures faster with safe and painless bone stimulating treatment. LIP US technology heals 86% of non-unions and offers 22% reduction in cast time. Athletic trainers.
All right. Great news. They're just sounding better the more we hear. Come on, family. Let's keep it coming.
Keep up the good news.
Hey, DJ. By the time the show over, we're gonna find out Melo gonna be back in a week. God dog. Come on, man.
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, I love the story about Jordan because the Jordan said what happened at that time when he got injured. He asked to go down. He asked the Bulls if he go down to Carolina and just work out at North Carolina to get himself back, right? Because you remember you saw it too, right, DJ?
Right.
You remember that? And he said, what was he really down there doing?
Getting this game right.
Getting this game right. Down there.
He went to North Carolina.
Wait a minute, with his family. That's right, with his family who ain't gonna go back and tell. Right? It's gonna stay in the family. Right?
Right.
See, and then came back and dropped 63 on the Celtics. They can't write, Hollywood can't write better shit. Man, that's cool. That's great. And that's what Melo doing, writing a story, man. God dog it, man. It's gonna be like people we're gonna be talking about forever. Forever and a day, forever and a day. Wow.
Man, you on fire, coach. Hey, we won't call LaMelo's documentary The Last Dance. We call it The First Dance. The first of many.
The first of many.
Boy, Shanika
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shanika Ryan says Shannon Sharp is a bleep bleep. Never makes sense.
Well, look, he a grandmama's boy, so come on now. We got to be nice. We know grandmama's boys.
Mama used to say that spoiled food one day get rotten. Just simple sayings and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. They'd be like, man, Shannon, his family is so important, so intelligent.
Deep, so deep.
I'm like, over there?
Well, come on. Again, we know we cooning because we know the truth of the matter is, for us, we know that ain't nothing. You need to go sit down somewhere and shut the hell up.
Bought and paid for.
Exactly. You over here talking to them because that sounds interesting to them because they don't know no better.
Coach, you know what I found out? I'm not trying to get on another tangent, but I had to put this out there. Do you know that? Because people keep saying Club Shay Shay is Shannon Sharp's independent. No, it's not. It's produced and sponsored by Fox Sports 1.
But of course it is. You can hear the content. It's sponsored by somebody.
Right.
And then when you realize how much dancing he be doing on there, it's probably the same ones. They're gonna continue to get get that money off that talent. They're gonna continue to ride that mule. Come on then. Come on. You can go to the glue factory tomorrow. Today you're gonna win me that last $5. Come on, you Nash.
Do you see this? Leon Black said, what the hell Shannon know about? No, he was a football player who was trying to talk about basketball. Really?
Exactly.
This dude said he ain't played basketball since he was like in 10th grade. He tried to school everybody about hoops.
Right. Exactly. Because he loved LeBron. And I ain't mad at him for loving LeBron, but that ain't translating to knowing the game and being able to talk intelligently about it. But again, they ain't looking for that. They really got him there for football.
Yeah, Coach Joe. Shannon Sharp is not like us brothers who are due for self. We live our lives a different way. We hold the powers that be accountable, but we also know that we are the ones that have to create a better society for our kids, and future kids.
Right.
And Shannon Sharp was raised, no offense, but his grandmother, and they only know the olden days, sharecropping and listening to Massa and
facts.
I'm not surprised with his thinking.
Facts. I'm glad you said that. Facts. And we ain't knocking it.
Right.
See, we just saying that the book has been updated. That's all. That's all we're saying.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan says Shannon Sharp believes black man has No chance of prosperity without the so-called white man. Now, even though he does in the show call out white people, quote unquote, he really wants a hug from the opposite race.
The dominant race.
Right. That's all it is, man.
Well, look at where he got his money from, and that'll tell you. So that's not surprising. If you get your money from those sources, it would stand to reason that you would be loyal to those sources.
Right. Because Shannon Sharp, he ain't that dumb now. He know what to say and not to say on Club Shay and on Undisputed.
Facts.
There was a time when he uttered in his mouth R.I.P. This was somebody that I think it was Aaron Hernandez or something, and he took that back real quickly. See, he did. He knows the powers that be. When I saw that, I was like, oh. He's like, R.I.P. Yeah. Let me know if y'all caught that, because I did. Noel says, I live down here in I love Lonzo, and the young generation rocks with him. That family truly inspires me. I think Griff made a bad calculation by not valuing Zoe and not building a team around Lonzo. You got so many ball stoppers, not enough 3-and-D players to run and shoot threes. It's just they built a primitive type of team. Got Steven Adams, outdated big man. Lewis says 19-year-old has Jermaine Jackson Sr. as his best friend. It's a win-win all day long. Exactly. Mentor.
Facts.
Shout out to Unoriginal FC, says he wouldn't got a second option from an NY specialist if he didn't feel like he could play this season. That makes sense.
And also, this is the other thing too. You go get a second opinion because it's your career, and you always make sure you let your other partners recognize that you are going to exercise your right to your own well-being, for your own well-being. I'm not leaving it up to you. I'll go and deal, with your doctors, y'all doctors and all that. That's beautiful. That's fine. But to say that where it lands is with me. I decide. And I'm always gonna get a second opinion. Always. Because I ain't putting my health and my well-being in your hands. Hell to the no.
That's what it's all about. Let me see, read some more of these comments. Madla says, for all we know, God may have done this to reveal something to the Hornets over the next few weeks. Oh,
ain't no doubt in my mind about it that's so. My sister, ain't no doubt in my mind. You don't appreciate. You don't really appreciate what you have. You're taking it for granted. You're trying to slide it at every moment. Okay. All right. And he out there busting his ass every time, every game. Damn near almost every game out there trying to change the culture by himself. And y'all pushing against it too. Okay. And see, I ain't saying that the Bulls did it specifically to Melo in this thing, but he set it up for it to be.
Coach Mike went out. He'll come back. Taufik, are you talking about the Tyrese Halliburton saying the fans were wrong to congratulate him after the LaMelo injury? If so, then I've seen that, and I think that was good for Halliburton to put that out there to make sure Got Coach back on the line.
Yeah.
He's back.
So thank you, DJ. So so for me, he set it up in the matrix that we live in. See that if you walk around taking things that are blessings to you for granted, well, you're gonna lose them. It's just that simple. And we have watched them going out of their way to treat Melo in a way that we know that they know that is unfair. They shouldn't do that.
Well, we're doing. This was a perfect topic today. I tell you that. Yvonne says he was hilarious. Okay, you must be talking about something else. Shanika Ryan said he was in good spirits. That just shows the character of LaMelo. Nothing rattles this kid. He has seen it all. He has dealt with the hate. He has risen above the hate, which is remarkable. Most kids his age, they would crumble. My 19-year-old self, I know I would crumble. Have the world against me, hating on my family, hating on my father. I wouldn't have handled it well at 19. This kid, LaMelo Ball, man, it's him against the world. But he doesn't let it affect his conscience and his spirit. He smiles through it all. And that's something we could all learn in life, that when a dark cloud comes around us, we could create our own positivity with the guidance of the Most High.
Facts, DJ. I love that. Yes.
Victoria Young says he was very happy, but I could tell that anesthesia hadn't worn off all the way. It was funny as hell. Well, when I seen the IG live, he was off. You could tell he was off that. He didn't have anesthesia at that time. He was clear. Everything was good. LaMelo's a happy kid.
Absolutely.
Either way.
Absolutely.
Corshawn Smith says, DJ, coach, and new media. Imagine LaMelo with D'Antoni. Touches. Buckets. Imagine LaMelo with Mark Jackson. Yeah, I said it.
Woo-wee.
Got white balled. I know Mark Jackson is better than a lot of starting coaches right now. Not assistant coaches, head coaches.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, it's man. Look. DJ. It's out there. Everybody know it ain't got nothing to do with his coaching. It was his politics.
Right. And before the Warrior fans, and Coach Joe, can you believe that most Warrior fans were saying that Steve Kerr was a better coach than Mark Jackson? They were blaming. They said that Steve Kerr would. I remember a Warrior fan told me 2 years ago that Steve Kerr could have won it all with the 2013-14 Warriors. They could have beaten the Spurs. That doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, man.
What?
Oh, Steve Kerr would have coached them. They would have gone. They would have played in the finals in 2013 and 14. What the hell? They weren't ready yet. Boy.
Oh my God! Well, you know, I like people that like to remix history. It's okay. I mean, as long as you put a nice beat on it, just make sure you put a nice beat on it if you're gonna remix it.
Well, we got some remixes.
Yeah, if you're gonna remix it, just put it make sure it's got a good beat to it, some good vibes.
Trust me, I think Mark Jackson would do just fine coaching Steph Curry, KD, and all those dogs.
Yeah.
And you know what? They would have won. I believe they would have won if they had Mark Jackson. I believe they would have won even with the Kevin Durant injury against the Raptors. I'm gonna tell you why. Mark Jackson is really good at just calming things down. And letting the players know that, hey, I'm just a coach. I'm gonna guide you, but you got to have the belief in yourself that you can be great. He said that that Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. They were hating on Mark Jackson. They were saying Mark Jackson doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yep.
He just trying to pump up his players, all that, and he was right. Oh, he's
Fact.
arrogant. You heard it, Coach. But Coach Joe, I'm gonna tell you a rumor I heard. The reason why Mark Jackson it plays up the last straw. Some of the reps, not owners, but like reps, the high dollar people of the Warriors. They LGBT and they do these functions and stuff, and they kept inviting Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson, they know he's religious. Why would you offer a man to go to the charity and stuff like that when you know they're religious like that? First of all, they knew it, but they kept testing him. He respectfully denied the invitation and told them that this is what I heard, and told them that, hey, this is what I believe in, yada, yada, yada. And they made it seem like he hates gays, but that wasn't the truth. The truth is he has his own belief system. Just like if you're Muslim, Buddhist, or any other religion. So we talk about respecting religions and but they didn't do it with Mark Jackson. That's why he got whiteballed. It's a game within a game, my brothers and sisters.
Yep, that's about what I around what I heard as well.
That's the truth. All those stories, Coach, that they said about Mark Jackson putting holy water and feeding, they exaggerated it and trying to make this coach look like a lunatic, which is not true. Steph Curry, Draymond. Yeah, they try to make he put holy water in their feet. Come on, man. Mark Jackson's a cool dude. He's religious, but he ain't like a Bible thumper guy.
Yep, you're right. No, it's really interesting because we've listened to Mark enough on the telecast. If you listening and been watching, we've heard him speak a lot about the NBA and also his topics on his views on a lot of subjects. And so if that doesn't give you a peek at or a window into who the dude is, it's just then you just don't want to know. That's all.
Madler says Mark Jackson got Tim Hardaway treatment. Exactly. Boy, they keep trying people. When you have money, no matter who you are, and I hope people realize this, when you have money and power, they think that they could just do what they want with people and try to guilt them. And don't respect people's space and time and their beliefs. See, that's the problem with this country in the world. We want everybody to be a monolith, but we don't respect people for being for being different or their ideologies or whatever. The same rules apply in the NBA. When we say it's a game within the game, we're examining the politics that goes with it. Will LaMelo Ball, when he comes back, everybody knows that the Hornets offensively, especially in defensively, are a better team with LaMelo. He has the full keys. But if you let old media talk to you, they'll say, no, it has to run through Gordon Hayward or Rozier, even Tebe, because I did see some people say that. But we're just pointing that out to see behind your lenses. You got to see behind it all. You just can't fall for the okie doke. Zane says, Shannon thinks just because LeBron gave him trainers, he knows what basketball. Hey, y'all leave Rachel Nichols alone. Oh, man. Coach Joe, you there?
Well, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening to it.
TB says Rachel Milf Nichols was bigging up LaMelo today, and I believe she's a voter. That's fine and dandy, but can you? I hopefully you could tell her to stop shaming his father, doing these sneak disses that I see her doing.
Well, if LeVar come on her show, he'll handle it. We ain't gotta worry about it. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he'll handle it. He'll give her what she wants.
Glad that's the energy you wanted.
That's the energy. That's right. You've been calling for it. So now you got a deal. Because see, Melo gonna make him come to the altar. See, he didn't make him come to the altar. I love how they trying to remix already how he became a starter. It's really funny to watch. It's really, really funny to watch. And to hear these shines say, Borrego believed in him, they had him come off the bench in the beginning to because they was bringing him along slowly, and Borrego believed in him, and then he brought him into it, and he was ready. Really, I'll be damned. That's a hell of a damn story, ain't it? Ooh, wait, that fit perfectly right into that little cookie cutter life of yours. So you can keep on believing it's all what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad. I'm telling you,
it's days like good discussion today.
Yeah, it's days like these, DJ, that I'm so grateful that somebody like JJ is in his life. Man, I'm so grateful.
Boy, that's a blessing in itself. And the thing that I was pissed off at old media, but I wasn't surprised when they was saying that the process of, and I hate that word, by the way, the process of LaMelo Ball not starting those games benefited his career. No, LaMelo should have been a starter. He's a rookie. He needed the experience. He needed the minutes to get acclimated to the NBA. Like I've been saying and coach has been saying before the season started. Rookies need run. Yes, they're going to make mishaps but you saw the talent. Remember how they overreacted. LaMelo shot 5 shots in the first game. There were questions saying, "Oh, he's going to be a bust."
Oh no, they had that stuff teed up. They was waiting to go.
Mm-hmm. Ready to talk bad about him.
Mm-hmm. No, ready for their haterism and now all that haterade they've been drinking to finally justify that they were, see, I should have been drinking that haterade. See, I know it gave me diabetes, but I know I still should have been drinking it. See, I know they got to cut my toe off, but I still believe I should have been drinking. Because see, now he hurt. See, told you. What they got to do with anything? I don't know, but I feel that way. Man, these people are ridiculous. They will convince themselves and believe anything.
Facts
the more outlandish, the more ridiculous, the better.
King Common Sense. Shout out to you, my brother. Peace and blessings to you. You said LaMelo getting injured revealed who his enemies are. Now he knows how to move this point forward. Powerful. Coach Joe.
Yes.
The people that visited LaMelo Ball, Rozier and Miles Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found out, I wasn't surprised. See, Coach Joe, you see why when they was talking about trading Rozier. Now I know Rozier likes to get his shots and stuff, but I got used to it. Gordon Hayward was more of a problem than Rozier doing that. There were times that Rozier would give the ball to LaMelo and let him cook, whereas Gordon Hayward will isolate LaMelo. I always saw that as phony.
See, Gordon, to me, his game relies on usage rate, whereas Terry's game not so much, because Terry can catch and shoot. See, and so he's not as dependent. His game is not as dependent on that. So to me, because I mean, because look at the reality. The reality is that you can't win in the NBA unless you have at least two players that are generational talents or close to it. In that case, you probably need three. If you're not generational talents, you need three guys. See, but you definitely need two. And the fact that Gordon hasn't found a way to find his game with Melo, it's disturbing to me. But it's not when you look at the fact that he's in the top 10 in earnings of current players with $200 and I think $48 million he's made so far in salaries. Look how many bags he didn't got. He ain't never came close to sniffing no championship as no damn leader.
Mm-hmm.
In the money for top 10, family, Gordon Hayward. So that's telling you he been a lot of places getting bags and not being held responsible as the person who's supposed to be the one who's supposed to be leading the franchise, who the weight is supposed to be on. He ain't had no weight, and he been getting bag after bag after bag. Because remember, his first contract was a rookie deal, so he didn't get no bag then. So how the hell, when you get 4 years, 3 to 4 years of no bag, and you've been in the league going into your 11th year, does the other 6-7 years end up equaling $248 million? Man, in the top 10. Man, get out of here. Don't get me started.
Talk to him, coach.
Don't
coach,
get me started.
Turned up. Taufik says, DJ and coach, I'll set this in addition to Matt Leck's comment about a revelation of the Hornets, about the revelation. It's a quote by the late Nelson Mandela, which is, freedom isn't appreciated until it's gone. Powerful.
Facts.
All right, let's looking through the comments. Louis says, at 19, you didn't have a 40-year-old as your friend. That's the difference. JJ not going to let LaMelo crumble. That is true to the truest point.
Well, see, this is the thing about it, family, as well. Like energy is drawn into itself. JJ didn't up and leave his family, who are in Michigan. He didn't up and root his family and follow LaMelo around the world and all of this just because he thought Melo was a nice kid. This is like energy's found itself. They're both looking for the same thing: greatness. And all greatness draws to it people to support their greatness, because nobody can do it alone.
Absolutely. And King C, look at this comment, Coach Joe. King C hit it on the nail. He said there are coaches praying for a blessing like LaMelo Ball, and Hornets coaches, they're playing games, i.e. Houston Rockets. Man, if Coach Silas
Facts
could go back and do it again, he will tell his management, hey, man, let's make some serious trades for LaMelo Ball. We'll do a multiple team trade. I'll give him the keys, give him the rock. Because one thing he can bank on LaMelo Ball in, he'll give you 110% effort, and you don't have to worry about him not playing by heart.
Facts.
The Hornets got a blessing with LaMelo Ball, and they were trying to treat LaMelo like a role player. Now, we got some Borrego defenders in the chat. I understand that's your guy, even though he's below 400. But hey, y'all
Winning
keep telling me
percentage.
he's a great coach.
See, I love how people I was looking at somebody in the chat said, damn, oh, anyway. I don't defend mediocrity. If you want to defend mediocrity, go right ahead. But it doesn't make me feel bad. It's just a reflection on you. I don't waste my time defending mediocrity. Not my thing.
Coach Joe, you know you hit it on the soul for those Borrego defenders. That hit their soul right there. Yeah. I don't defend mediocrity.
Right. No, don't defend mediocrity. Sorry, not over here, not for me. Because I see, I grew up around excellence. You know, I was always surrounded around excellence in my neighborhood, in my schools, in my home. I was always surrounded around excellence. So I don't support people who are just middle of the road, sitting around talking about them. Nah, don't do it. but you welcome to.
Right on.
You're welcome to.
Shanika Ryan says the elite don't like it when you talk about God. Well, that's just how they move. That I'm not trying to get on a tangent, but the elite are pretty spineless. They hated that our people look up to the Most High for guidance, because the Most High has given us so many blessings despite all these years. The fact that our people fight for justice, for the right to just be a human being, and we're standing tall through over 400 years, just shows how strong our people is, and that faith brings change. Faith is the reason why we have the strength, mental fortitude. They hate it, but I like that the elite hate it. That means we're doing something right as people.
See, you know, I love what you said, DJ. That's beautiful, and you're absolutely correct. But I'd like to add to it. Not
right
only the elite, the middle, the right, the up, the down, all of it. Okay, I don't do that stuff, because I've seen it from all. First of all, there was a clear winner and a clear loser in a war we fought. A war that was fought in this country, and somehow the loser got a chance to write the story of what happened. I'm still confused, but I'm not delusional. I know that they didn't win. I don't care what argument they put forward, what they keep banging the drums about. They didn't win, but I understand that they did, because this was family fighting family. And when it was over, when the family was finished fighting each other, they made up the way family always does and carried on in lockstep, supporting each other. So that's what I see.
TK says, y'all still mad that Melo didn't start. Get over it. Well, those are games that the Charlotte Hornets could have won. So how does that sound for you to be defending a coach that's below 400 of all people? I mean, I understand if you was defending Doc Rivers or something, but you're defending James Borrego, a man who has never made the playoffs.
No. Don't even put that in that word in his name. Playoffs. Playoffs. Come on. How about is never even placed in his division in the Eastern Conference? How about that?
You say it's a fake agenda against him. Why? If it's a fake agenda against him, why the F would he tell Mitch to draft him? Two doesn't equal 5. Well, James Borrego has nothing to do with the Hornets drafting LaMelo Ball. That was Michael Jordan
and his people. So
right.
You have to have a little bit of information there.
If it was JB's way, he would have. And if James Wiseman was available, he would have took Wiseman. That now they making up stuff. Coach talking about the coach was the reason why LaMelo was drafted. Come on now, that was MJ.
Well, if the coach was the reason, then the video that Charlotte Hornets put out of the draft and of Mitch Kupchak and his war room, which Borrego, I didn't see him in there. When they made that, he made that phone call to the commissioner as the general manager of and the one who's running the show, and said, "We're picking Melo Ball." Maybe we didn't really see that. Maybe that was a phony. So maybe Borrego was in a fat suit or something and wearing a mask. I don't know, but it looked like Mitch Kupchak. I don't know.
Wow. JB is the reason why they have LaMelo. Come on, man. He's a coach. He don't run stuff there. Wow. He says, TK says, it's not about being a Borrego defender. It's simply about you guys who haven't talked to JB, Melo, or any member of the Hornets organization, but you have the whole conspiracy theory in your head. There's nothing about conspiracy. What we're saying is pro-truth. Now you're out here complaining because you don't like our truth. You don't say this in any other independent media or even old media. See, old media doesn't have special relationships with these players, only a few. Now, I know you're not going to tell me that the Charlotte media has a personal relationship with LaMelo Ball, because they don't. Until you can tell me that, I don't want to hear shit from you. Oh, you don't have a personal relationship with LaMelo Ball? Who gives a F? Neither does ESPN. Neither does Charlotte. There's not one guy in old media that you can say, oh, he has a special relationship with LaMelo. LaMelo gives him the 411. You see LaMelo's interviews? He's giving them basic answers because he don't want to interview with them. Boy, the nerve of these people, Coach.
Well, but again, that's some interns. You battling them interns. Go for it.
Uh-huh. Oh, you don't have the answers. You don't know him. Duh.
No. The point that the point is that we have to know him to know that he's doing a shitty job.
Right. Can't breathe. Oh man, we gotta know James Borrego to know he had a shitty, horrible coaching career.
Right. We can't look at the numbers alone and say, wait a minute, this is very good.
He's one of those people that say, oh, those stats don't matter, but he's below 400. That doesn't matter. Right. Oh, okay.
Right. Those were preseason games.
So Coach Borrego has been coaching the Charlotte Hornets, not counting this year, the past 3 years in the Eastern Conference.
Thank you.
You can't even make one playoff game?
Thank you.
And don't tell me that the East have a bunch of juggernauts. but DJ, the East is so tough. There's 3 tough teams.
Yep.
Silas says people rather be told something than use their own eyes and brains. That's exactly the problem.
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen. Amen.
I mean, if y'all, come on, family, y'all gotta be kidding. Y'all really think that that these interns over here. This is what they do. They providing us with entertainment. This when they come in, they provide us with entertainment. This is the entertainment portion of the show. We love it. Don't they look so beautiful? Wouldn't you agree? Boy, these people be cracking me up.
Hey, Coach, I was singing that song like that Jamie Foxx episode when they were doing the jingle. Hotel, 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 hotel.
There we go.
King towels, hot showers.
Yes, indeed. I love it. I love on my TV, sitting on my TV is Philly and Golden State going at it. And I love in Golden State, and I'm cracking up at every time they show Steve Kerr on the screen. I just laugh inside because I think about LeVar saying he didn't Milli Vanilli coaching, and it really hurt his little feeling. And so I saw him standing up there. He ain't trying to tell the team, he's calling the play. And I'm watching the team too. Ain't nobody watching him. Ain't nobody paying attention to what he's saying. And he ain't really even saying nothing. I'm watching him. He just motioned up. Five. Man, ain't no damn plays, man. Cut out the nonsense, man. and if you really was coaching and you really was responsible for them dudes winning the way you say you was, then how the hell was Fluke Walton going undefeated?
Uh-oh.
How did he manage to do that? And he ain't managed to repeat that one time. What happened? He was lightning the bottle one time, huh? Boom. Man, these people are too funny.
Hey, you know what the Borrego defenders sound like this? I mean, this is an example. They always say yes to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is Borrego a winning coach? Yes.
Yes.
Is Borrego transcended? Yes.
Yes.
Has Borrego ever lost? Yes. Has Borrego ever won a championship? Yes. I'm like, is there anything? Do you love Borrego more than your kids? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Boy, Coach Joe, this became comedy hour, man.
I mean, because look, it's absurd. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Okay, they beat San Antonio. Okay, where's San Antonio right now? Where are they at in the West?
In the standings, let me get the conference.
Where's San Antonio currently as we
San Antonio is 7 going out. If the Dallas Mavericks win, they'll be 8th.
Right. They celebrating not getting blown out and beating San Antonio. Hooray! Congratulations! Ain't nobody gonna take no win away from you. But you didn't just win the championship, and you ain't gonna try to pretend like you did.
Coach, though, did you see all these shines talking about? See, I told you we didn't need LaMelo. I told you we'd be just fine. Take that, LaMelo fans.
I agree. They need to take them glasses off. We both wearing them glasses. We be probably saying the same thing.
Right.
Take them damn glasses off. Because they
celebrating off beating a 7-8 seed San Antonio Spurs. Get out of here.
Right. A team relying on all young people and you bringing in mostly veterans.
That's like, hey, Coach, that's just like the Pelicans doing today with Zoe. They beat a LeBron less and AD less Laker team, and they out here talking about, see, I told you they were better than Zoe without Zoe. Well, if that's the case, trade him already if you don't think he's good.
Right. Because what I mean, that's why would the Lakers be missing over 50, 60 points a game and 25 or 30 rebounds and maybe I don't know how many 15 assists or so? Why would they be missing that? I mean, and need it? They should be able to just make that up. I mean, I don't understand. What's the
Oh, TK, you came back with another one. You got heart, man.
problem?
You like baby boy. You got heart, huh? He said the number one clutch team in the league was one of the youngest teams in the league. If you are really a coach, you know how tough that is. Well, Coach Joe has standing, something that you don't, and I'm sure you haven't coached anything significant.
Right. Well, give me the. You know, they keep saying this young team. Give me the young team. I'm listening.
Right. And Coach, better yet, what have they accomplished before LaMelo Ball?
No. What did they have accomplished so far? I mean, what? I mean, I'm just trying to right. Even this season, what have they accomplished? Nothing. The only people that think they accomplished anything are people who are used to losing, and their bar for winning is very low. So anybody that speaks with higher expectations, okay, the way that supports a competition is supposed to be looked at to thrive and do your best and continue to thrive to do your best. And okay, they're mad and arguing with us because we won't accept the bar being low. Well, again, I do not pat people on the back for mediocrity. Pass me.
TB says TK sounds similar to Tay-Bay. Well, all that agreeing he doing, I'm cool.
Yeah, but I like I said, I understand for a lot of Charlotte fans that I never feel I went to 704 bound that brother said they the Clippers of the East. I feel for him. Damn. If
right.
y'all damn. It must
That's
be
all you can say,
bad.
Coach.
Damn.
Oh Lord.
I feel for you.
You know what's crazy, Coach Joe?
Huh?
Like watching the Lakers through the years, even the Phil Jackson years, fans would constructively criticize Phil Jackson, but it was all good.
Facts.
And he won championships.
Facts.
You do it to these mediocre teams that have no culture, they think that it's personal.
Yeah, exactly.
All in their feelings and like
exactly.
You're personally attacking. We're talking about Coach Borrego, not James Borrego, who off the court. Set the record straight right now.
In fact, exactly. Because that's who the players are responding to. Coach Borrego.
Mm-hmm. TK, you says keep deflecting. I love it. Well, you deflected. Why is James Borrego below 400? Why are you defending a coach that's below 400? You still haven't answered that.
To me, the question is, why are you asking us to go along with mediocrity?
Right.
Why are you why are you on the channel tonight? And your contribution to the family's conversation tonight is mediocrity. Can you answer that?
Mm-hmm. Taufik says, exactly, TK. I'll ask if the Hornets care on the West, where would they be in the standings? If they're in the West, they would be out of the playoffs.
If Melo was playing, they would be exciting just like they are now, and they would be fool's gold the way young teams always are, or younger teams always are when they have young leadership. And I'm talking about Melo as the young, because Rozier isn't young, Gordon isn't young, neither of the centers are young. Bridges and Melo are the only young ones.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones are veterans. I mean, they don't have any second-year players that are contributing to this team. None. Melo is the only young player, rookie, playing on this team and contributing. No second-year players are contributing. One third-year player in Miles. A fourth-year player in a third year in Devontae and Miles, and a fourth year, I'm sorry, Devontae and PJ. Where's the youth? These are veterans. People who've been through the washing machine, through the process more than 1, 2, 3 times. So stop with the excuses and the nonsense, the bull crap rate rationale. They're not some young team.
Yeah, they acting like the Hornets are the OKC Thunder or something. That's a young team.
Right, that's a young team. I find it interesting too. It's a sidebar that the Pistons didn't need Melo, but they because they felt they were gonna keep Shvee, but then they ended up trading Shvee anyway. Okay.
Right. Shout out to Suki Yuki Dookie. $5. Suki $5 super chat to help grow the nation. He said, y'all see KD's tweet response to Steve Kerr's comment about having fun losing? He had Steve Kerr backtracking. Oh, I saw that.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
I saw it a while ago, but he responded because Steve Kerr was just talking about how fun, you know how it is when someone leaves, right, coach? And they said the process and having, they're losing more now than they have with KD. And
significantly.
And KD covered up all the mishaps.
Well, I mean, that's a little, I think that's a little oversimplification because, I mean, you take Clay out of the picture as well. And Steph, you take Steph and KD out. That's a lot of production. God damn.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this
team they have here, this Warriors team, if Clay was back, they would be in contention.
Yeah.
In the West. Because that would be one less dude on a team that don't know what to do and where to go.
So KD responded by saying, "This is hilarious." Steve Kerr was saying that last year was tough. There was a lot going on, and some that you don't know about, some that you do. That was very difficult. So KD was just talking about how, just laughing at the aspect. You know how Steve Kerr, 1 minute he talks about how good his team is and the chemistry in here, and then the next minute he talks about how tough it is. And he Steve Kerr likes to hear himself talk, so I'm not surprised that he's Millie Vanilla coaching.
Well, he's found a way to coach his way out of this victory because they came back on Philly and was leading them and playing well, and they was jumping around having fun. Not Philly didn't close it, close it out on them, and they still be playing without they do.
Facts. And shout out to TB for the $5 super chat. He said TK, Ashley, and intern slap the like button. Yeah. If you're gonna come in the house, you at least hit the like button. TK, Tebe, whatever your name is, says at the end of the day, y'all going to keep making these videos that won't do anything to change anything for the Hornets or LaMelo does. It's millions of you Melo stands who speak from the emotion, not logic. Well, there's only one new media, and we do things our way. We say what we want. We do what we want, but we're in the guidance of the Most High. Something you don't understand. But you're mad because we're not giving flowers to a mediocre coach. I would never celebrate mediocrity. And Coach Joe, you already know he doesn't do that. Now, you're used to it, I can tell. But over here at New Media, we don't brag about mediocre performances, coaching, any of that.
Yeah, see, we're Laker fans, DJ and I. So we expect more out of our franchise out of a franchise than just mediocrity and mistakes after mistakes and no accountability and mistakes after mistake, and then a little bit of fool's gold sprinkled in where you have a little bit of of a difference, a little break in the mediocrity train, and people get all lightheaded. Like similarly to when I was growing up in Chicago in the winters, when the spring come, people start throwing off their clothes, and that's when the flu come in too and kick them right back in the bed because they got too happy thinking that it was warm too quick. See, because they've been in inside all doggone winter. So same thing with y'all folk. Y'all ain't used to nothing. There's an old saying in coaching where they say when you're a player and you it's a confidence game and you know who you are, you speak and you act like you know who you are and you act like you've been there before. And see, so that's what Melo does. When Melo talks to the media and talks to them shines and stuff, he doesn't allow them, he doesn't get caught up in their narratives and all of their silliness, trying to ingratiate him through patting him on the back and giving him false compliments and all that stuff. He just calls it like it is because he knows this ain't new to me. This is basketball. Just because you didn't expect me to be here don't mean that I didn't expect me to be here.
Talk to him, Coach Joe. Yeah, I can tell how we Laker fans, Coach Joe. We just we do what we always do. We hold the standard.
That's right.
Some of these people, let's be real now. Most of you are fans of mediocre teams, so you don't know what criticism is.
Right.
But I remember the time they were criticizing Phil Jackson. He was winning championships.
Exactly.
It comes with the territory of being a head coach.
Exactly. And he will stand out forever in the history of the NBA. This other guy you defending, he might be a Disneyland Employee of the Month one day.
Well, this has been a fun conversation, Coach. It's a blessing to have you on, man. Any last words before we head out?
Well, thank you so much, DJ. I want to thank you and here, my brother for providing the platform, man, for us to come here and come together and at DJ's Raw Uncut Truth hashtag New Media Nation United. Yes, indeed. To share just our opinions and our views on what's going on in the world of sports and life, because that's what we do here, and it's a beautiful thing. So thank you, DJ, and to the family. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for coming in, spending your time, and for providing the energy and your questions. All of you, all of the family, those that are, that think that we against you, we not, and we disagree with you, we don't. It ain't that deep. Just fun and entertaining. So have a wonderful time, and I like to say, Ubuntu, because of you, I am, because of me, you are, we are as one. Have a great evening, fam.
No doubt. Peace and blessings to everybody.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.